Hey guys, Graham here from therecordingrevolution.com. Hope you're having an excellent day. Thanks for watching this video. I want to do a quick review for you of Pro Tools 10. There is a ton that we could cover, and I don't have a ton of time, but I wanted to just quickly highlight three of the big changes in Pro Tools 10, one of the not so visible changes, and then discuss whether hopefully discuss whether this update is worth it for you. Maybe give you some insight to see if it's an upgrade worth it for you in your situation. Okay, I know there's been a lot of talk about Pro Tools 10, a lot of debate over it. I don't want to get into the debate. I just want to sort of show you Pro Tools 10. What are some of the changes? And then you can say, hey, I need this or I don't need this. I want this or I don't want this. So I'm trying to just help. The big change is sort of a move into the future for Pro Tools, okay? The file format is called something different. It's no longer your session file.ptf Pro Tools file. It's now PTX, Pro Tools extension. So there's a new file format. It will open all your previous Pro Tools sessions, not a problem, but they're changing the file extension. They're using a new plugin format called Aax. So plugins in Pro Tools are either TDM plugins if you have an HD system or RTAS plugins for LE or Pro Tools 9 systems. So those plugins still work in Pro Tools 10, no problem, but they're rolling out the future of plugins, which is Aax, the Avid Audio extension. So it's kind of a let's look at the future release, and there's a couple of things that I want to show you with that. It's also an integration with a lot of other Avid software, so that kind of affects where Pro Tools is going. So the big changes related to all of that are, number one, clips and clip-based gain. If you've used Pro Tools for any length of time before Pro Tools 10, you know that these big old chunks of audio or MIDI are called regions. Audio regions, MIDI regions. It's a region of space that has audio or MIDI in it. That terminology is gone. Now these are called clips. Okay, this is borrowed from Media Composer, Avid's video editing software. And so it's to help the people that work in post that use Pro Tools and Media Composer know what they're talking about. Both things are called clips of audio, clips of video. So they're all called clips now. You'll see that change in the menu here. This used to be the region menu. It's the same thing, just called the clip menu. And then this used to be called the region bin. Now this is called the clips bin. Same thing, just a different change in terminology. And with that comes the change to clip-based gain. This is a cool feature that you didn't know you needed until you have it. And what this means is, if you look at any clip of audio, you've got a little fader icon in the bottom left corner. And if you click it, a little fader comes up and you can turn the audio up or down. Now, if you've used Pro Tools and you know this is actually a big deal because this is different than anything we've done before. This is happening on the clip level. This is happening to the actual audio in real time. The readout here tells you, oh, you've turned up this audio 4.7 dB louder than what it was recorded at. It's not how loud it actually is, it's louder than it was recorded at. So that gives you an idea. So if you're like, oh wow, where was the original volume? You could turn it back down to 0, or you could simply Option or Alt click it to 0. So that being said, it's adjusting it on the actual clip level, and that means it's pre-fader. And what does that mean? Pre-fader means that you're actually changing the audio before it hits your fader. So in the mix window, that would be before it hits this, left blue strip right here. That means before your plugins. So if you turn up the clip, right now it's normal volume. If I turn it up, it's going to send 6.4 dB louder of the signal into my chain of plugins. And that's going to affect my plugins, right? That's going to affect how hard it's hitting a compressor. That's going to affect how much signal is hitting a gate. It's going to affect everything. So just know that this clip level gain affects what goes into your plugins. One way to look at the gain is to right click this little fader icon and you can show the clip gain line. And this is cool because then that means I can literally see, oh, I can turn down the clip. I have a better visual readout across the clip, showing me how loud or quiet it was. Same thing here. I can turn this clip up. I can turn this clip down, and you can hear the difference here too. Solo this. We have heard on high, singing sweetly through the night. and the mountains in reply, echoing their brave delight. All right, so it's real time. It's real smooth. It doesn't slow down at all. This is super cool because you can make adjustments on the fly and you can change the overall volume of something before it hits the plugins. And so the more you mess with this, the more you'll realize this can be handy. Now, this is different than volume automation that we used to do over in the view. We look at volume view. I still have volume fader rides on this vocal that are set. These are post fader. These are happening after your plugin change. So there's a place for both, and the more you experiment with Pro Tools 10, the more you'll see where both fit in. But you need to know that that's a big feature that doesn't sound exciting, clip-based gain, yay. But the more you play with it, the more you realize this gives you more flexibility and power as you move forward in Pro Tools. The other big thing I mentioned was the Aax plugins. Well, they start out this future of plugin formats by giving you a plugin to play with. So you can have the new channel strip plugin that comes with Pro Tools 10. So Avid has taken the Euphonic System 5 console that now Avid owns, and they have modeled it into a plugin, which is just like any of your typical channel strips. If you have the SSL or the API channel strips, this is a great channel strip plugin. So you get an expander gate. You also can have a compressor limiter. You can sidechain all of that. You've got an EQ at the bottom that's a beautiful readout. You can do all that you want to it. You can flip the phase up at the top. You can change the order and or mute different plugins within the chain. So basically, this whole strip is one of their first Aax plugins. It's really CPU light. It really sounds good. There's nothing super fancy or amazing about it. It's just Pro Tools never had a channel strip that came with the bundle, and it's really cool. It gives Pro Tools users that don't have a bunch of extra plugins way more tools at their disposal, and it sounds great. There's a couple other plugins that come with it, but that's the big one. Channel strip is now included, and so you can get a taste of the Aax plugins. But here's the big thing that's not so big. This release just moves snappier. I don't know what they're doing to the code. They're rewriting some stuff, but literally this Pro Tools release seems faster. If I press play, press stop, I move to different parts of the session, it seems to be reading my audio faster. Pro Tools 10 HD has disk caching, which means it can actually load your audio tracks onto RAM so that your session isn't actually having to pull from your drive. It can operate super fast. But I'm using regular Pro Tools 10, the native version of Pro Tools 10, and that does not have disk caching. And even then, it's so much faster, in my experience, than Pro Tools 9 was. And everything just seems to move snappier, happen quicker. You've got fade files don't exist anymore. It just renders files in real time. It just seems like they've coded it better. Now, let me get to the bottom line. Is this an upgrade that you need? It depends. If you are running Pro Tools 8 LE and you want something better, you want to see if Pro Tools 10 is worth it for you, it's a big leap over Pro Tools LE 8 for lots of reasons. A lot of the stuff which came in Pro Tools 9. You get the automatic delay compensation, you get way more buses and way more inserts. You get the access to be hardware independent, so you don't have to have an Avid audio interface anymore. You get the new plugins. It's a faster, more robust program. So yeah, if you're running Pro Tools 8 or below, man, it's a whole different ball game. It's going to cost more too because they've moved away from LE. It's a lot more robust, and you can look at my Pro Tools 9 review for some of the things that you would get along the way. If you're a Pro Tools 9 user and you're looking at Pro Tools 10, I can't make the best case for you that you must upgrade to it because you're not going to see much of a difference that might affect your workflow as a musician, let's say. Let's say you mix bands, mix music. It just depends on where you are with your Pro Tools use. If you do this professionally and you're making money doing this and you have clients, it's probably well worth the upgrade price because you're going to make money mixing your next project and you'll have a more robust, faster operating piece of software, and it's a better piece of software than Pro Tools 9. It's just, I mean, that's what they do. They improve it, right? Pro Tools 11 will be better than Pro Tools 10. It's not like they're trying to make it worse every year or keep it the same. So it is better than Pro Tools 9 to me, but it's not that big of a leap from 9 as it was from 8 to 9, in my opinion, the way I use Pro Tools. So you have to demo it. There is a demo coming out any day now. Supposedly a 30-day trial I've heard now where you can literally demo Pro Tools 10. But this is my review. I definitely am more impressed with it having used it than I was when it first was released. I don't think they did a good job of promoting how solid this release is, especially for music, not just post-production. It's a great release. Pro Tools 10, it's definitely showing that it's a stronger code. They're definitely fixing a lot of things, and it's got everything you love about Pro Tools that makes it just the top piece of software out there, only it's better than it was before, and hopefully that's good moving forward. So check it out on the demo whenever that does come out on the Avid site, and until then, if you have any questions about Pro Tools 10, drop me a comment here, send me a message on the site. Thanks for checking it out. Most importantly, make sure you're making music and you're upgrading for a reason. You're not just doing it to stay current because you feel the pressure to upgrade. There's no point in that. Only do it if it's going to help you, and only do it if you want to. No one is ever making you upgrade or update, okay? It's a tool. Use it for your desired goal, which is to make great music. Thanks, guys. Thanks for checking out the recordingrevolution.com. We will see you in another video.